K Black in the building. And I'm back with another video, man. It's 11:30 in the PM Central Standard Time. And the date is September 18, 2018. And it's currently 84 degrees outside. I mean, the last 3 or 4, 5 days, it's been extremely hot here where I'm at, man. I'm talking about, goddamn, and it's, in mid to upper 90s, man. A couple of times it got even, went to that 100 mark, man. So shit, summer's still here. And it's battling, man. They say, you know what, before, I leave out this goddamn and change over to the fall season, y'all finna goddamn feel my presence. And, hey, we have felt it, man. But anyway, let me start my goddamn, my video by first exiting this vehicle, like I always do, goddamn it. You know what I mean? Like I do it. And, like always, I'm approaching the tree of knowledge of good and evil. But anyway, man, today, on this episode of Late Night Grind, Early Morning Hustle, I'm going to talk about some Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence, man. We seen an article on boxing.com. Bob Arum is basically saying shit, hey, they want to fight sooner rather than later. They're going to train passing by like always, you know what I mean? Unstoppable force, man. Gotta keep moving, Nothing gonna stop the train until it's ready to reach the destination. But anyway, Bob Arum said they want to fight sooner rather than later. He said he's even willing to work with the networks and things like that, if that's what it takes to get the fights. It's too late for all of that, basically that promotional jargon. He said every time, first of all, he said he don't believe that Earl Spence want to fight Terrence Crawford at all. He said because he always, when it's mentioned, when Terrence Crawford name come up, he always bringing up the promotional stuff and always talking about he's on the other side of the street, he's on this side of the street. Bob Arum not having none of that. He said, hey, he's willing to work with different promoters or even different networks to get the fight done. So hey, I guess Bob Arum is turning a new leaf, you know what I mean? So many words. In my opinion, though, hey, it's just words, man. This is about promotion. We know this is the good old bait and switch, okay? We know we got this particular fighter in front of us, but we gonna use this fighter's name because we know that's the fight that the fans want to see. And we're gonna use his name because, like, okay, Terrence Crawford, even though he's fighting Benavidez, they said he want to fight, Spence sooner rather than later. Shit, let's go ahead and watch this next fight because, hey, if he get past, he probably gonna, fight Spence. That's how this shit goes, man. Hey, we've been watching shit like that from the beginning, man. The good old bait and switch, as I call it. They say one fighter, they say the fighter's name, who they want to fight, and they fight the guys that's in front of them. We see fucking American do this shit all the time. He say he want to fight Floyd, Pacquiao, and everybody else. The Earl Spences, the Crawfords, the Sean Porters. And then he's fighting a goddamn bum, okay? And I'm gonna get beat by them. So that's how this shit goes, man. But it will be a phenomenal fight when it does happen. I definitely think the fight is going to happen, But like I said before, if these two guys want to fight, there's nothing Al Heyman or Bob Arum can do to stop the fight from happening. Because both these guys, Arum and Al Heyman, they work with both Crawford, Arum does, and Heyman worked for Earl Spence at the end of the day. Although Bob promote Crawford, but Crawford said, hey, Bob, fuck all that shit, Earl talking all that shit, I want to fight him. Although Al Heyman advised Spence, but Spence said, Al, hey, listen, I want to fight Crawford. Let's make this shit happen. You sit down with Bob, let's get all this shit squared away. It is what it is, The fight's going to get made that way. That's the only way this fight's going to happen. I know, like I said, the promoters, manager, advisors, all of this shit, they can advise certain situations, but at the end of the day, it's up to the fighter. So if the fight's not happening, it's because ultimately it's up to the fighter, man. Even if the promoter said this and that, and if the fighter listened to him, at the end of the day, it's still the fighter saying, hey, I don't want to fight this particular fighter at this particular time. It is what it is. All boils down to the fighter. And, we seen an interview where Earl Spence was saying, like, hey, he's a Showtime fighter. He's a Fox fighter. If he fight Crawford gonna have to come over there to that side because he don't fight for ESPN. He said, unless they can make some type of promotional pact or some shit like that to basically both different companies work together to make the fight. So there you have it, man. So what you guys think about, what Bob Arum said about Earl Spence? And, in my opinion, like I say, it's just a fight in the making, man. It's just promoting it. It's all good. We heard what Crawford had to say. We heard what Bomac had to say. We heard what Bob Arum had to say. Earl Spence had to say. All these, everybody that's that's dealing with this type of stuff, man. So hopefully, maybe some promoter, although Earl Spence don't have a promoter, but maybe, we know Lou DiBella worked with Al Heyman and people like that. As basically on the behalf of Al Heyman, because at the end of the day, as PBC, Al Heyman is just not promotional, even though it's a banner, it's a promotional banner. He's just an advisor, so he worked with different promotional individuals to help promote the fights. You know what I mean? So maybe Lou DiBella can come on behalf of Earl Spence and talk that shit to Bob Arum. Hey, everybody put their hand in it, just so we can make this fight as big as possible for next year. You know what I mean? Either the beginning, the mid, or at the end of it. At the end of the day, I just want these guys to fight. I don't think they're gonna fight next, but hey, it is a good promotional outlook, and and it's just promotion for both Crawford and Earl Spence, man. It's K Black in the building. Like, comment, subscribe. A big ass train is coming through now. If you hear that shit in the background, man. So let me go and get the fuck up out of here. Shout out to the whole LDBC Lions Den boxing community.